be getting into singles. We're not talking about doubles in the other events. We're going to have S1, the Ness from Europe, pretty good player. I think he won one of the events over in the European qualifying tour. So it'll be interesting to see how he does here. I'm very excited to see what he can bring to the table. Europe is Europe has got some pretty exciting players here. Glutony.
I'm excited for that.
S1, Griffith, Ixis. You guys saw them all at the Chicago Weeklies this week. It is going to be crazy here. All the action's going to be non-stop.
And before we start, I just have to give a shout out to Blonde Bunny, because he said, "Hey, Ruin's commentating. That's all I need." So Blonde Bunny, you're my favorite. You're in my heart.
All right, don't know if we're just getting right into this. Frosty.
Oh, this is the dude that I have not been playing for like 2 years, so I just commentated Midwest Mayhems. But this is the dude that Mick keeps saying is going to win hidden bosses and is going to be top 10 or whatever soon.
Frosty?
Yeah.
I think I was in his pool originally, and I was pretty excited because I'd never heard of him. And I looked up like videos, and I couldn't find him. So I was like, ooh, hidden talent, but seated pretty high. This should be interesting.
He's playing Blue Bayo, which I like to call Mountain Dew Voltage Bayo.
This is the best Bayo one color in my opinion. But you know, right now Frosty putting in some work, showing a really dominant showing over S1. Now I'm not too sure of a lot of the Bayos in Europe. I know Saib has one. I know Griffith also has one. So should be a relatively common matchup here. But there's a ton of Nesses here in Chicagoland.
Oh yeah, there's 600,000.
Yeah, so.
And they're all good.
Yeah, they're all very solid. And definitely around like Frost's level, maybe like above and below.
I don't think we have any Nesses on the PR, but we have Nesses that could be on the PR.
Oh, I'm surprised Atada's not ranked.
Oh yeah, if he's not, it's because inactivity. Okay. And that's like the only reason.
Ooh. And that down smash from S1 almost squeaked in the kill. But you know, this is where, when Bayonetta doesn't get the early kill on Ness, this is where it's very scary. Not going to steal that back throw.
Yeah,
he knows.
Wouldn't have killed because we are on Battlefield.
Nice up air. We're instantly responding to the ledge get up, and you can tell Frosty was going for a grab to just back throw S1 off stage. But that instant response with up air out of shield, Ness finally in control. And when Ness has got rage in this matchup, it's actually a very terrifying matchup.
Yeah, that was like 49% in a combo or two.
Like,
so it's deadly.
Because that PK Thunder 2, terrifying.
That'll kill now.
It would.
If you get the reverse hitbox off stage, that'll kill at 10.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was some pretty slick like recovery from S1. Really good stuff. Keeping on. It's like even though he lost like early game really bad, S1 really kind of like standing to his like anchor boots. Not gonna like, not really giving it over to Frosty in any sort of way. Oh my God, I thought he was gonna go for like a forward smash.
Yeah, I saw the bat too, but he wanted something different.
Up tilt, not gonna get anything, but that up air gonna definitely get him when you're just frame trapping with those up airs from Bayonetta.
Ness had advantage here, but Ness is susceptible to edge guards. Bayonetta's good at that.
Yep.
So we could see some stuff happen. We could see this happen. Excellent SDI.
Yeah, very good SDI, and you could tell because he had to, because Frosty had to do jump side B right at the start there, he wasn't gonna get much out of that combo, especially with how good S1's DI was.
Yeah, that was phenomenal DI. I haven't seen better.
And you know, definitely like one of the cool things about like this commentary with the Europe, we actually got to collab with Viram, or formerly known as Silent Doom, and he gave us this wonderful like insight on these players. And you could, one of the things he said about S1 is that he's so creative. And we definitely saw some creative plays coming out from S1 in that last game. And I'm interested to see what else he can bring to the table because Europe doesn't really come over to America much. And when they do, like they really do surprise us.
Yeah, they do. I was talking to Tyroy and he said a lot of the players would be PGR'd if they came here more frequently.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's one of the nice things about being in America. All the best tournaments happen here. We get all these opportunities, but when these hidden bosses in Europe and Japan come over, it's just like, oh my God, can you imagine these people had the like accessibility that we do?
Yeah, there's more to Smash than America and Japan. I like the counter pick from Frosty because it gives you Bayo platforms for landing.
Yep.
And Dreamland ceiling for Bayoing.
Yeah. And a lot of the a lot of what we saw from S1 in stock 1 or in game 1 was that he was utilizing PK Thunder to kind of like intercept Bayonetta's recovery. And when you're on Dreamland, Wispy can kind of like mitigate that. You can't really do that because, you know, you can sometimes get blown to that ledge and almost blown off.
Yeah, he'd have to stand closer to the middle of the stage in order to do it. But that's what Ness has on Bayo in this matchup is he's not going to kill a PK Thunder. He can combo off of it, but he can edge guard safely.
Yeah, he's calling out these ledge hops from Frosty so well.
He was a kiss away from getting hit by that fist.
Definitely was. Oh, that forward smash trying to get it. Fair into forward smash, definitely a really good option, especially if you can kind of like condition your opponent into air dodging. But S1 wisely gonna just not allow that.
Back airs everywhere. Yeah, that was smart. I wouldn't have moved either.
Yeah. And it kind of like just created a new tempo of like what's going on in that interaction, forcing Frosty to just stay in center stage, stay back, like just stay away from me. Back air gonna seal the deal here, even on a big side blast zones like Dreamland.
And this is
it's fairly close.
Yeah, it's a better situation for Frosty than it was in the previous game. This is a Bayo combo 2 from even.
And we saw it from game 1. S1 not gonna really just give these Bayonetta combos over to Frosty. It's gonna be he's gonna have to put in some work.
How often do you see characters juggle Bayo like S1 is doing right now?
Not often, not often. And Ness is one of the few characters who can kind of like juggle Bayo because of PK Thunder 2. It just mitigates Bayonetta's kind of like where she can land.
She falls kind of slow and her aerial drift isn't the highest. So he can just throw it out there and all she can do is edge guard or which time it, or excuse me, drift away or which time it, air dodge. That's the word.
Oh, I like that potential call out from up smash. Kind of had to recover low. Oh, not going to get anything good, SDI. Oh my god, that down air. Oh, S1 with some quick DI on his feet.
He has the height. He has to go down. Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He was trying to bounce there, but just barely not enough distance to get the bounce.
Yeah, Frosty squeaking that one, just pulling that one out of his back pocket, just keeping himself in it, not really getting like discouraged about anything. And you know, he pulled through. S1 now, counter pick. Where is he gonna go?
That's, yeah, I don't know what Frosty bans. I don't know, but this is
maybe Smashville.
Possibly.
Because, you know, Ness forward throw on Smashville is kind of destructive.
Yeah, but this is the stage I'd go to because Bayo has a harder time landing here. She has a lot of lag, and Ness can punish with a grab into Ness stuff.
All right.
Or an up air.
Yeah.
Into more Ness stuff.
Some quick percent just to even it up, but, you know, it doesn't get much more than that. Frosty got to find a way to kind of like maximize these Bayonetta combos because he's really just kind of just going for the damage. He's not trying to take him off the top really early. He just wants to get this percentage, return to neutral, and just force Ness onto the approach.
And with this stage too, it's going to be harder to get those combos anyway because you don't have the platforms to start a little closer to the top of the stage.
Yep. And you can kind of tell with how Frosty's playing, I think he might be a little bit nervous. He's using a lot more heel slide, and he's kind of getting punished for it. So we're gonna have to see that kind of like put on the burner a little bit. You don't want to be heel sliding too much because, you know, Ness is one of those characters that he just gets so much off grabs, and when you're just giving him free grabs, that's just not gonna work.
So we're approaching back throw percent, certainly from the edge of the stage, not towards the middle.
Nice back air, forcing out the air dodge, but Ness's air dodge so good and really hard to like punish even on landing. That's the axis. All right, look at that. You can tell. Yeah, not gonna kill. You can tell like the way S1 is playing. He's just like, I'm gonna just run around. I'm gonna force you into these weird positions. I'm just gonna get a grab. Well, that's it. But Frosty not gonna let this happen so easily. Is he gonna live? Bonks off the stage.
Goodness. He tried to witch time that, which is all he could do. That was his only option aside from retreat.
Back throw, that's gonna get the kill. Whiffs the back air. Ness a little too short. Bayonetta pretty tall, but that forward smash, here comes the giant fist, but not going to get anything out of it.
That would have killed had he had the rage still.
Definitely. And he didn't get the sweet spot. He kind of got the sour spot of forward smash.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. Really good awareness knowing that he can't extend the combo more with any of the specials because it would allow S1 to probably get out of it.
And we are in best of 3 again?
Yeah, this is
so
2 out
this
of 3.
Is the stock that matters. certainly the stock that matters.
Yeah, and S1, he does not want to get sent down to losers early. I don't think anybody wants, at a tournament like this, it is so stacked and so compact with top talent. Going into losers is just like, all right, I'm going into the Shark Tank.
I don't know how many players have canceled and how many have entered last minute, but I heard yesterday we were in excess of 250. So there's going to be a lot of good players at the bottom of the bracket losers.
That's it. Really well played there by S1 right at the end. He just stood his ground, and he's just like, all right, Bayonetta's just going to be dancing around, doing all these crazy things, trying to just get me to like bait and approach. I'm just going to sit here, wait, and just grab, throw him out, throw a PK Fire, get that PK Thunder, just do all I can to kind of just mess up Bayonetta's flow. And S1 takes that home 2-1. Looking a little shaky, but, you know, sometimes you can just clean it up as winner's bracket progresses.
Yep, it's the ledge pressure that Ness can put on Bayo when she's trying to get back is, I don't know another character that can do it as well as Ness.
No. And Ness, like a lot of people do say it is one of Bayonetta's easier matchups. It's a pretty difficult matchup for Ness. But as a Bayonetta main, I kind of do think it's like a 6-4 personal matchup chart opinion. Don't believe me, I'm a Bayonetta, I'm biased, right? But I think Ness actually has a lot of tools to contest with Bayo. But Bayonetta, just her overall toolkit is just so much more oppressive.
Honestly, it's just PK Thunder. It's just PK Thunder.